Your Excellencies, honorable members of the ICLEI Council and the Global Executive Committee, honorable mayors, governors, and ICLEI members, Secretary General Gino van Begen, Deputy Secretary Generals Kobe Brand and Imani Kumar, esteemed guests and participants. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the ICLEI World Congress 2021-22, hosted by the city of Malmö in Sweden, and thank you very much, Mayor Jamé, for your kind words. Thank you, fellow members of the Global ICLEI Network, for extending your trust and confidence in me to represent ICLEI as your president in the term of 2021 to 2024. I humbly accept this responsibility and fully commit myself to the goals of our network. I look forward to leading ICLEI as the new president, and I am excited to work alongside the outstanding leaders united in the ICLEI Global Executive Committee, in the regional executive committees, and in the ICLEI Presidium. First Vice President and Mayor of Malmö in Sweden, Ms. Jamé. Vice President, Mayor of Turku in Finland, Ms. Arve. And Vice President, Ms. Atishi, member of the Legislative Assembly of New Delhi in India, standing shoulder to shoulder, we will form a strong, dedicated, and balanced ICLEI Presidium that represents the diversity and strength of our network. Thank you for taking this promising road with me. On behalf of the incoming Global Executive Committee, allow me also to take this opportunity to pay our highest respect to my predecessor in this office, the former mayor of Bonn, Mr. Ashok Sridharan. We worked closely with Ashok, and I am deeply honored to succeed him as ICLEI president. We thank you, Ashok, for your leadership and your dedication, and for the milestones you achieved for our organization during your 5 years of service, both as ICLEI Vice President and President. Ladies and gentlemen, today we live in very challenging times. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, unfortunately, clearly demonstrates that our urban world has severe weaknesses in resilience and sustainability. We are in a process of tremendous urbanization that will go far beyond anything we have seen. Within 30 years from now, Africa's population will grow by 1 billion people, Asia's population by 1.2 billion. We are currently warming at 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade, and we know that 75% of the global greenhouse gases stem from our cities. Our transportation emissions and the energy used in the built environment are the biggest contributing sources. At the same time, to accompany this rapid urbanization, we will need to build 80% of the world's urban infrastructure. If carbon-heavy metals are used, it shall lead to huge carbon emissions, which in turn triggers further global challenges. If we reach a global warming of 1.5 degrees Celsius by the late 2030s, the IPCC expects that 500 million people will be water stressed. At 2 degrees Celsius, 600 million people will be affected. Additionally, deadly heat waves will likely impact 350 million people, even with only 1.5 degrees change in global warming. We need to find solutions very quickly and lay the foundation today for a carbon neutral, resilient, safe, and livable tomorrow. As urban leaders, we are on the front lines. It is rewarding to see that such a large number of ICLEI members adopt ambitious energy efficient and renewable energy targets, climate neutrality targets, or are divesting from fossil sectors, investing in an energy system that is fit for the 21st century and will push local jobs in the renewable sector to 42 million by 2050. Transformation to a renewable future is a just transition that makes sense for our economies and residents. Equally encouraging is the fact that so many ICLEI members engage with ICLEI to center biodiversity in their urban plans. Protecting and enhancing urban biodiversity not only serves nature, but also provides nature-based solutions such as green space, parks, or green roofs, which all reduce air pollution and heat islands. Similarly, the fact that the entire world is spending billions of dollars to mitigate and recover from the COVID-19 crisis shows us that we need to adopt a broader understanding of resilience in our jurisdictions and consequently integrate preventive risk measures in our urban planning and municipal operations. We must be ready not only for the dire impacts of climate change, but for any external events that impact our communities. Otherwise, as cities and regions, we will increasingly lose our capacity to take action. We urgently have to work on decoupling our urban development from finite sources and instead build our urban systems and local economy on resources that are reusable, recyclable, or replenishable. Only in this way can we minimize and prevent destructive ecological impacts and promote equitable distribution of resources. And finally, we as elected leaders must put at the center of our sustainability efforts our people, their rights, their needs, their health, their well-being, and their equitable, just, and fair treatment under all conditions and under all circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here virtually in Malmo to more than ever drive sustainable urban development. As the ICLEI President, together with my colleagues in the ICLEI Presidium and the members of the Global and Regional Executive Committees, I am eager to drive forward our newly adopted ICLEI Malmo Commitment and Strategic Vision 2021 to 2024. This strategic vision is an ICLEI compass that will help you to manage our rapidly changing urban and global environment and tackle the challenges which I just mentioned. The strategic vision is inspired by the needs and experiences of our members at local and regional levels, and it unites us in the delivery on global sustainability goals through 5 critical and strategic pathways, which are closely linked: achieving low emissions, resilient, nature-based, circular, and equitable people-centered development. Together with my colleagues, I will act as a steward of this strategic vision, both towards our members as well as towards our partners, other levels of government, and the international community. Furthermore, since we operate in the UN Decade of Action, I will ensure that ICLEI continues to play a crucial role in the implementation of international sustainability frameworks such as the Sustainable Development Goals, the Paris Agreement, and the new Global Biodiversity Agreement that is under negotiation this year. ICLEI has a unique lead role in these global discussions as the UN focal point for local governments and municipal authorities, LGMA. I will ensure that the offerings of the multi-level and multi-stakeholder consultations are observed and scaled up, as well as ensure that the voice and role of local and regional governments is well acknowledged. To this end, I will work with other networks such as UCLG and C40. Finally, I am proud and honored to lead this network of 2,500 highly diverse local and regional governments. I am also optimistic that our network can grow further in the coming years. During my presidency, I will foster thoughtful and deliberate exchanges with the North American region, which I represent, as well as with the 8 other ICLEI regions. This will help us to establish new platforms, create new opportunities, and reach out to non-member jurisdictions in order to further strengthen our network. I would like to thank Secretary General Gino Van Begen, Deputy Secretary Generals Kobe Brand, and Umani Kumar, and the entire team for their tremendous work and the continual support they deliver to us ICLEI members and to me and the Global Executive Committee. And now, fellow mayors, ladies and gentlemen, I wish us all an inspiring and productive time at the ICLEI World Congress 2021-22, with new virtual encounters, discussions, and concrete steps for action and cooperation, with new ICLEI initiatives and programs, and with you, the leadership of the local level, a tremendous movement which I am proud to be part of. Thank you.